Hi guys, I'm Shmi. Hello and a very good afternoon to you. Welcome back to the channel on a beautiful, beautiful day. A day that is actually a tribute to one that went very wrong this time last year. So during the Where's Shmi Euro Tour, we were down here in the south of France, and one day of the weekend we joined a group of friends to come and drive the famed Red Rock Road. Now I was in the McLaren 675 LT Spider when just here things got really rather pear-shaped. You might remember that. Well, this year, history nearly repeated itself. Yesterday, my AMG GT R had a few problems, but fortunately, we're also here with the 911 GT3. So I didn't get the opportunity to drive on the Red Rock Road last year. This time around, we can. So let's jump into the GT3 and go exploring. Is this place. The scenery is spectacular. The tarmac meanders up the valley like spaghetti. It goes in and out of tunnels. I'm harnessed in. I've got my new racing harnesses finally from Sparco that match the car. The green stitching and embroidery that goes perfectly with the Gelbgrün paintwork. Obviously driving in manual. We've got all sport mode settings on, exhaust valve open, exactly how it should be to maximize enjoyment from a car like this on a road like this. So let's go for a little onboard experience of what it's like when you can rev the car up and just drive it how it's supposed to be driven. Now I might not be able to get to 9,000 RPM in every gear, but the thing with a naturally aspirated engine like this is just how it lets you ring it out and lets you just let it wail and sing as you turn it in. The front end of this car is so precise. This is pure driving heaven. This is what it's for. These kind of roads, these kind of environments. What an epic place with the red rocks all around you, the bridges across the valley, the views. It's pure mega. This is exactly what it's about. The road that I missed last time around. This thing, this is in its natural habitat. An RS might be slightly hardcore or more hardcore for the track, but in this environment you want a compliant ride, you want a car that can do that. As we go past these rock formations, through the narrow gaps, letting it sing. We've got our first bit of tunnel coming up. First gear, up to the red line. Wow. And you know what? If I drop the window a touch just to go through this tunnel, we can hear 9,000 RPM, window down. Goodness me! This place is perfection. It's not so busy, and when you get to these parts, they've built roads that go around separate from the tunnels. It's one way, there's nothing coming against you. You've just got to watch out because of quite how narrow it actually is. but every opportunity to go maximum revs, and the PDK shifts so quickly. 500 horsepower, it might not be the most in the world, but I think you couldn't really say that it's not enough for a place like this. It means you can stretch it. The red line perhaps being quite so high makes it a challenge to get there, but when you do, it is heavenly. This car is that all of the inputs are so precise. You're barely turning the steering wheel. You don't have to press the pedals down far. The brake pedal has a remarkable feel to it. You have to be firm on it, but when you are, it rewards you. The throttle just does what you expect. It opens up a cacophony of noise behind you, the perfect soundtrack to a road like this. A glorious, naturally aspirated flat six, as it should be. Over a bridge, into a tunnel, around a corner, past some rocks, through these weird formations just all around you. This is such a crazy place to be driving. You have to be quick thinking. But look at this, you just go through a tunnel, the two-way tunnel, out into the open for a second, into another tunnel, off the red line there, my bad, but so much enjoyment, and that is what a car like this is about. The oncoming lane goes round the mountain there. We get to go through this tunnel, through this narrow tunnel. The light at the end of the tunnel, quite literally. Flip the shifts down, and away we go again. Just look at this. Look at where we're driving. How cool is this place? It's just awesome. Absolutely epic. The view opening up. Red Rock Road at its finest. It's when you drive a road like this, in a car like the 911 GT3, you start to appreciate what it is actually made for. This car can push on in such a confident way. It is pinpoint precise. This is what it's made for. Forget trying to drive it on a motorway or a long distance journey. It is uncomfortable, impractical, the seats are too firm, the ride is too rough in that environment. But here, driving it like this, it's what it's made for. This is exactly where it's supposed to be, and I love just flipping it up and down through the gears because it's so quick in how it shifts, literally. But that is heaven, that is what it's about, and this place is just glorious. Piece of road this really is. It's pure heaven, a perfect weather day to be doing this. I feel really sad that I missed it last year, but being back here and actually driving the Red Rock Road, this famous road that we all seem to come to, but for very good reason. However, there's one more thing I'd like to demonstrate on the GT3, which needs us to put ESC and traction off. Of course, you have to be very careful if you do that in a car, but you might know if you pull both paddles, effectively it disengages the clutch. So for the time that you've got both paddles pulled, you can build up some revs and the car, well, the clutch is disengaged. So pull them both, press the throttle, let go, and away you go. It just dumps all the power, full power and go. Okay, you have to be quite sensible doing that, but how neat is that? Imagine if you want to do some donuts. You just do exactly that with some wheel lock and around you'll go. Why am I going through a tunnel without making noise? That's a bit better. If you want to do a drift, you can actually do that mid-corner. I remember watching a video from Chris Harris back when he was making YouTube videos about doing that and about, well, how to easily kick the car into a slide. However, one other thing, putting the window down in tunnels here, just the noise it makes. You need to put the other one down as well, because otherwise it gets a little crazy. Listen to this. Oh my God, my ears hurt. The downshift as well. This is pure paradise, honestly. This is what these cars are for, and to be able to bring this here and just drive it, you know, as it's meant to be driven. That's why I bought this 911 GT3, to take it out, to take it to the right environments, you know, to do laps of the Nordschleife, to bring it on a road trip, to drive mountain and twisty roads like this, mountain passes all over. I'm just having the very best time right now, and so pleased that I'm here. To be honest, on a road like this car is more appropriate than the Mercedes, than my AMG GT R. The McLaren would have been completely at home here, and maybe again in the future I'll be able to bring it back. I've driven this road in, I think, my 650S back when I had that. It feels like ages ago now though. Oh, it's just silly. Right, I'm gonna actually put traction back on just to be safe, just in case. But the way this goes through tunnels, I think in one direction you have 17 tunnels, in the other you have 8. You just go in here. They're so narrow, the sound just reverberates around, and then you come back out into the stonking sunshine again. Is this not what it's about? Is this not what cars are here for? To be driven, to enjoy, to make noise. And you know, to anybody who says that the GT3 needs an aftermarket exhaust, does it? Does it really? That noise, the tone, the pitch of it is so heavenly, the sound, and so very loud already. You couldn't, I don't think anybody could actually realistically argue that this needs to be louder. Look at these views. Just the way this road goes backwards and forwards, from tunnel to corner to around a rock. The formations are incredible, the sculpture of the land here. What a place to be driving. So far this year, I have been lucky enough to film in some absolutely incredible locations around the world, from the desert in Peru to going around Cape Town in South Africa to filming in Australia and New Zealand. But this is next level, and it's so much closer to home. It's the south of France, and it's like this. Is this not one of the most fantastic places you could imagine? The road we've been driving on that meanders down there, the bottom of the valley, those sharp, sharp edges, and what a car to be driving it in. The GT3, precariously perched towards the edge here, but the precision tool that this thing is makes it the perfect car to drive in this environment. I'm just taking it all in. You can see the road we've just come up that switches backwards and forwards beneath us here to get up towards the top. Down at the bottom, the stream flowing through. It's 26 degrees. There is still snow actually up at the very top of the mountains. You can imagine this is completely snow covered in winter, but it is truly spectacular. There is a reason why we drive, and it's days like today that are exactly that. In cars like this, in locations like this. Truly stunning. The Red Rock Road, absolutely epic. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I've certainly had an epic day. This car is awesome. I'm looking forward to many more adventures with it. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you again next time for more action with cars like this. See you then. Cheers.